Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class, it's all about geometric mean. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now we are told to find the indicated number of geometric means between each pair of numbers. So our given, we have 25 over 4 and 8 over 125, and you're going to insert 4 terms with this given 2 terms. So this will be our first term and this will be our last term, and we're going to insert 4 terms. Now, the thing that you will do, class, for you to find the 4 terms, you just need to get the common ratio, and once you get the common ratio, class, you can just simply multiply the first term by the common ratio and you will get the second term. Multiplying the second term by the common ratio, you will get the third term. So that's the thing there, class. We need to find the common ratio. Alright, so let me just write this one, class. Once again, we have given 25 over 4. And we're going to insert 4 terms with this given 2 terms. So 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And our last term, class, is 8 over 125. Alright, so once again, you need to find the common ratio. Now, to find the common ratio, class, you need to use the geometric sequence formula. And the formula, there would be a sub n equals the first term multiplied by r raised to the power of n minus 1. Alright, so once again, a sub n, this will be our last term. Once again, class, simply substitute the value of a sub n, and that would be our last term. That's 8 over 125. So 8 over 125 equals, our first term is 25 over 4. Simply plug in the value of a sub 1, the first term. So 25 over 4. Quantity, so r, class, is the common ratio. We need to find the common ratio. Simply copy r. We don't have the value of r. Copy r. Now n, class, is the number of terms. So count how many terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 6 because we're going to insert 4 terms with this given 2 terms. So our n is 6 minus 1, close parenthesis. So simplify this one first. Copy 8 over 125 equals 25 over 4. Then 6 minus 1, that is 5. So open parenthesis, or 6 minus 1, that is 5, then close parenthesis. Alright, so next step, class, is we need to eliminate this 25 over 4 so that, class, the remaining equation will be only r raised to the power of 5. Now you have 2 solutions, class. First solution, you can apply the properties of equality. You can multiply both sides, class, by 4 over 25. 4 over 25, so that we can cancel this out. Okay, we can cancel this out, class. And the remaining equation will be only r raised to the power of 5. Now question, why is that, sir? Why can we cancel if you multiply 25 over 4 by 4 over 25? Because, class, 25 over 4 times 4 over 25. So we can multiply the numerators. 25 times 4, that's 100. Multiply the denominators. 4 times 25, that's 100. And 100 divided by 100, that is 1. Or we can do the crisscross. 25 and 25, we can divide this one. So 25 divided by 25, that's 1. 4 divided by 4, we can cancel 4, that's 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 divided by 1, that's 1. So you have 2 solutions, class. Once again, to eliminate this 25 over 4, you can multiply both sides by 4 over 25. Multiplication property of equality. So that the remaining equation, class, will be only r raised to the power of 5. And once you multiply 4 over 25, on the right side of this equal sign, you also do that on the left side, class. You need to multiply this one. But once again, class, most of the students, class, they are so confused with these properties of equality. Let's have the other solution, class. Now, what is the other solution, sir? Now, the other solution, class, we can just simply divide both sides by 25 over 4. So divide both sides by 25 over 4. Divide both sides by 25 over 4. And then we can cancel this out. And the remaining equation, class, will be only r raised to the power of 5. So 8 over 125 divide 25 over 4. So once again, class, rules in dividing fractions. You cannot divide the fractions directly. You need to get the reciprocal of the divisor, then you proceed to multiplication. So this will be 8 over 125. Instead of division, you proceed to multiplication, and you get the reciprocal of the divisor, class. This is 25 over 4. The reciprocal of 25 over 4, that would be 4 over 25. Just make class this numerator will be your denominator, and this denominator class will be your numerator. Just simply flip class. This numerator will be your denominator. This denominator will be your numerator. So reciprocal of 25 over 4, that would be 4 over 25. So once again, dividing fractions, you cannot divide the fractions directly. You need to get the reciprocal of the divisor, then you proceed to multiplication. So instead of division, we proceed to multiplication. Reciprocal of 25 over 4, that would be 4 over 25. Alright, and then simply multiply class. So once again, you check if we can reduce the numerator by the denominator. 8 and 25, nope, we cannot reduce. 4 and 125, nope, we cannot reduce. So simply multiply class. 8 times 4, that's 32. Over 125 times 25. So 125 times 25, let's multiply that. 125 times 25. So 5 times 5, that's 25. 5, carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 2, carry 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 625. And then we multiply 1. 2 times 5 is 10. 0, carry 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. So this is 2. And then we add, bring down 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3,125. Alright, so therefore, dividing this one, 8 over 125, divide 25 over 4, the answer is 32 over 3125. So this will be 32 over 3125 equals, so copy r raised to the power of 5. Alright, so to get the value of r class, you need to extract fifth root both sides. Once again class, to get the value of r, you need to extract fifth root both sides. Question, sir, why is it fifth root? Because class, the exponent here is 5. If this is 2, example class, if this is r squared, you extract square root both sides. Because the exponent of square root, understood class, the index of square root, that is 2. We can cancel 2, index, and the exponent. Now, if this is cube root, example class, r raised to the power of 3, if this is cube root, you extract cube root both sides. So that the index 3 and the exponent 3, we can cancel it out. Now, since this is fifth root, we extract fifth root both sides. Question, sir, why is that? So that class, the index 5 and the exponent 5, we can cancel this out. And the remaining equation class will be only r. Okay? So that's the thing there class. We extract fifth root both sides because the exponent of r is 5. We can cancel the index, this 5 here class, fifth root, and the exponent and the remaining equation will be only r. Now the question there class is, what is the fifth root of 32? Once again class, do not divide 32 and 3125 because you will get a decimal answer. And we're not allowed class to have a decimal answer for this one. So once again, you need to find the fifth root of 32. The thing that you will do class is you need to find a number that when you multiply it by itself 5 times, you will get 32. So let's try 2 class. Let's try to check if we multiply 2 by itself 5 times, do we get 32? Let's check. Let's double check class. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So once again, we find a number that when we multiply it by itself 5 times, we will get 32. And that would be the fifth root of 32 class. Alright, so 2 times 2. So 2 times 2, that's 4. And then 4 times 2, of course, that's 8. Then 2 times 8, that's 16. 16 times 2, that is 32. Therefore, class, the fifth root of 32, that is 2. Because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that is 32. Alright, so this is 2 over, now what is the fifth root of 3125? You find a number class that when you multiply it by itself 5 times, you will get 3125. So let's try 5 class. Let's try 5. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Let's try that. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Alright, so 5 times 5, of course, that's 25. 25 times 5, that's 125. 125 times 5, what's the answer, class? Let's double check. 125 times 5, 125 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, 5 carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 2 carry 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 625. Alright, so 625 times 5. So let's double check. 625 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, 5 carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 2 carry 1. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. 3125. Therefore, the fifth root of 3125, that is 5. So our answer, class, for the common ratio, that is 2 over 5. Alright, so once you get the common ratio, class, I'm sure, class, it's easy to find the second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. Alright, let's find the second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term, class. Once again, to get the second term, simply multiply the first term by the common ratio. Alright, so 25 over 4, the first term, times the common ratio, times 2 over 5. Alright, so 25 over 4, first term times the common ratio, 2 over 5. So once again, we can cancel this out. 25 and 5, we can crisscross, class, because we can divide 25 by 5. But if you're confused with that one, class, go ahead, just simply multiply the numerator. 25 times 2, that's 50. 4 times 5, that is 20. So therefore, our second term is 50 over 20. Now you check, class. Can we reduce the fraction, class? Because if we can reduce, class, you always reduce the fraction to its lowest term, class. That's actually mandatory, class, in fractions. Always reduce the fraction to its lowest term. That's actually mandatory. What is the greatest common factor, class, of 50 and 20? Of course, that's 10, right? We can divide 50 by 10. We can also divide 20 by 10. So therefore, 50 divided by 10, that's 5. 20 divided by 10, that's 2. Once again, class, always reduce the fraction to its lowest term. That's actually mandatory, class, for the fractions. Therefore, the second term is 5 over 2. Simple as that, class. Alright, let's find the third term. So, the second term times the common ratio, and that would be our third term. So, 5 over 2 times the common ratio, 2 over 5. So, actually, we can cancel this out. 5 and 5, we can cancel that out. 2 and 2, we can cancel that out. Therefore, the answer is 1. But if you're confused, class, let's multiply the numerators. 5 times 2 is 10. Multiply the denominators. 2 times 5 is 10. Can we divide? Yep, 10 divided by 10, that is 1. Equals to 1. Once again, class, if you can divide, you divide. 10 divided by 10, that's 1. Therefore, our third term is 1. Simple as that, class. Alright, so let's find our fourth term. We multiply the third term by the common ratio. So 1 times 2 over 5. Once again, class, for any whole number, there is a denominator of 1. So 1 times 2 over 5. So we can put over 1. That's okay. 1 is just the same with 1 over 1. Any whole number, there is a denominator of 1. So multiply the numerators. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. So 2 over 5. Therefore, our third term, first, second, third, fourth term, that is 2 over 5. Alright, and let's find our fifth term. Alright, so fifth term, almost done, class. So that's the thing there, class. Once you get the common ratio, easy to find the terms, class. Alright, so this will be fourth term times the common ratio to get the fifth term. So 2 over 5 times the common ratio. So once again, fourth term times the common ratio, 2 over 5. So this will be 2 times 2, that's 4. 5 times 5, that is 25. You check, class, if we can reduce 4 over 25. Nope, we cannot reduce. So that would be our fifth term, 4 over 25. Alright, let's check, class. Last one, multiplying the fifth term and the common ratio. Let's check, class, if we get 8 over 125. Double check, class. Let's check. 4 over 25 times the common ratio, 2 over 5. So 4 times 2, that's 8. 25 times 5, that is 125. Correct, class. That's it, class. All set. Multiplying the fifth term by the common ratio, you will get 8 over 125. That's it, class. All set. So I hope, class, this video helps. If this video helps, class, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, class, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.